postman has just delivered me this new Acer Aspire 1, and we're going to have a look and see what's in the box and what we might be able to do with it. So when we open it up, that appears to be the bag to carry it around in. Got a nice little welcome note from Acer. Here's the netbook itself, which doesn't have a battery on it yet. And then underneath here we have some documentation. We've got the recovery disk, and this machine came with Linux on it, so don't think I'm going to be wanting that. We've got a battery, so let's put the battery on. See if I can work out how the battery goes on. There we go. And we have a power supply and a cable. And that's basically it for the box. So nothing desperately complicated, all quite nicely packed. What you probably can't pick up on camera is, although this is a fairly cheap device, it's got a nice kind of quality feel to it. The seashell white case doesn't come over terribly well in photographs. It actually looks rather nicer in the flesh. So we're going to hook this up, and here I've got my USB stick that I've made that I'm going to use to install Windows 7. And this poor machine is never even going to get to boot Linux while I own it. And a jolly good thing too. So, let's undo the cables, plug her in, and let's see what happens when we boot it up. So, I suppose the next thing I have to figure out is where the power goes in. Now, if I hold this up to the camera, I haven't quite worked out everything about this device yet, but we've got the usual sound inputs here, we've got USB ports, and we seem to have two SD card slots. We've got another USB port around here, wired network, VGA, and then we've got a power connector there. Now, I hope all the USB ports are equal, so I'm going to plug my USB stick in that one. Try and plug it in upside down first. Take the little bit of felt that's provided out, and let's see if we can persuade the BIOS to let us boot something other. Well, there we go, F12, and it offers me boot from a flash device. And I'm going to go straight into Windows setup. We're now coming into the setup screen for this is the release candidate build of Windows 7, and I'm just going to say I want United Kingdom English. Next. Install now. As you can see, the setup process is just getting underway, and we'll probably have to do a little bit of disk partitioning before we can go too much further. So here we go. Accept the license agreement. Next. I'm going to do a custom installation, and I'm going to delete both the partitions that are already on that drive, and hopefully you can see it's gone to copying the files. I'm now going to go and get something to eat and come back to this in a few minutes. About 9 minutes or so have passed since the installation started, and as you can see, it's just getting to the point now of doing the reboot at the end of the installation. So about 15 minutes after we started the process, setup's just gone through its second reboot, and I think that is the last one it does. But it's doing all its first boot checks. We'll put in some information. Skip the product key part. So, as you can see, pretty easy to do the first setup screen. You might just be able to pick up down here on the corner the flashing yellow light because it found the wireless network at home, and it's one of the prompts was, did I want to join the wireless network, which I did. So we're on the wireless network. I'm going to skip the business of setting up a home group because I haven't got one here at home. So there we go. And as if to prove a point, oh, it's actually already installing updates from Windows Update, but as if to prove the point, it's got the wrong time on it, but we started at just half past the hour, and it's now saying it's 55 minutes past the hour, and we have our first web page up. 25 minutes from unboxing to doing something useful.